Hi again, guys. Okay, so I want to show you how to make the second graph, which looks like this. Oh yes, Heisenberg the tortoise loves graphing so much, so he thought he would help you guys out. But alright, I think it's his bedtime. Alright, so the second graph, can you help me out, John? Okay, so the second graph is this one. Remember, from the model project that I gave you. So if you want a graph that looks like this, you're going to do something very similar to the first one, except that you're going to use the second link. So go back to the assignment paper, and you can see under all the links I gave you, the second link, which is right here, is called Region of Birth of the Foreign-Born Population, and it tells you the years. So again, you're going to copy and paste the link or type it out. If your computer lets you, just click on it, and it's going to bring you to this page. So this was the one that I showed you guys in class where we can figure out how many immigrants came from which region of the world in your decade. So our regions are Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, Latin America, Northern America. So what you need to do is, based on your assigned decade, so you're all going to be looking at different ones this time, you need to look over here and pick out your assigned decade. So for example, if you're assigned to 1930, you need to move your finger across this table and you need to take the values that are under Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, Latin America, North America, and put them into Excel. So the table you need to set up is going to look like this. So again, I need a title for my graph, for each column of my graph. So I'm going to make the first column region of origin, and I'm going to make the second column, well first let me make this column bigger. Again, I'm going to go up, I'm going to get my mouse directly in between until I see that little arrow thing. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it over. So now I have enough space. So column B, I'm going to name it number of immigrants, because again, we're looking to find the number of immigrants that came from each different region. So I want to make this column a little bigger so we can fit that. All right. Under region of origin, I need to write all of our possible choices. So we have Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, Latin America, and again I'm typing with one hand, so I'm sorry, this is a little slow, and North America. And again, North America is referring to immigration from Canada. Alright, so now for number of immigrants, again, I have to go back to the table on the census website, look at my year. So if I'm doing 1930, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to scroll all the way across to the Europe column, and that's the number that I'm going to plug into my table right next to Europe. So that number I'm writing there, 11,784,010. Alright, so that's the number I got. And again, I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other regions, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to make up some numbers. So your graph should look different than mine if you have 1930. I'm just putting in numbers. Oh, whoops, I made a mistake. Latin America. Alright. Numbers for these two categories. Okay, and my fake numbers are done. Alright, so same thing as the last time. I need to click. Whoops. I have to click and highlight the table. Alright, I missed the last one. Make sure when you click and highlight that you get the entire table. Okay, and I have to do the same thing. I'm going up to insert. I need to choose the type of graph I'd like to insert. I think a pie chart is a good choice for this data. So I'm going to 2D pie chart, choosing one, and there we go. We have the number of immigrants. Now, if you want to add on to the graph the values or the percentages, go right up here and click the graph that shows the values and percentages, and it'll be added in there. That's a choice you can make, but again, you need to right click on it and you gotta copy and then paste it into Microsoft Word. That's all you need to do. Okay, I hope that was clear.